Boom, boom. Hey everybody, how's it going? Those of you who are watching this after this was a live event on the 3rd of July. Basically, the reason that I'm doing one today is because a friend of mine saw the last one and he wanted to come on. I think he might have a couple of things to say or maybe a couple of questions. I don't know. But he's in Australia, so because of the time difference, I'm not 100% sure when he's going to turn up or even if he's going to turn up. So we'll see, guys. Until then, I guess, well, obviously the same as last time, everybody's welcome. The link is in the description, so if you are watching this live, obviously don't hesitate, you can join in. But those of you who are watching it after the event, maybe subscribe and join in the next one. I don't know. So hi, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Like I say, I've not really got much to say this time. My big news is, well, big news, the big event of the week. I was talking to some fucking Christians about abiogenesis, a dude called Nephilim Free and another dude called True Empiricism. And Jesus, these guys are dumb. I mean, they're not dumb, obviously. They know a lot about science. They just make some erroneous conclusions. So yeah, I've just been kind of working on a couple of videos to respond to some of their claims. One thing that really pissed me off about Nephilim Free, though, like they asked me the topic of conversation came up, like what was my model of how the universe started, and I explained that I believe in the Big Bounce, which is quite a common, quite a common hypothesis these days. The Big Bounce is the idea that the universe will expand into infinity and eventually everything will just become photons, and photons occupy no mass. So when there's nothing but photons in existence, like literally infinity, an infinite amount of space, and a singular point will both be the same thing. Like there'll be no coded information to tell the photons the distance between themselves. So yeah, that's my theory on it. And he said that's called the Big Crunch, and it got debunked 30 years ago. Don't have a clue what he's talking about. The Big Crunch obviously is something completely different. So, you know, shit happens. I don't know. Nobody knows. That's why they're called hypotheses. But the fact that he didn't listen to me, it kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. Kind of did my head in. You know, I was listening to him talk his bullshit, but he was just making assumptions on my behalf rather than actually listening to the words I was saying. Fucking stupid. That's literally it. That's that's just been my big thing. I went to see some cows today. That was fun. And I've kind of been looking into this whole abiogenesis situation because I mean I like to learn. You know, I know we don't know everything about it, but that don't mean that we don't know anything about it. There's still things out there to learn about it. So that's been a bit of fun. Politically, did everybody see that the pound has come up? It's now stronger than it was before. That's great news, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, people was worried obviously after the Brexit thing. People were kind of worried because the pound plummeted, and then my parents, when it was at the bottom, they went and bought their euros for the holiday, which is hilarious. And now it's shot back up. It's better than ever before. So that's great news, isn't it? I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest. I don't really care about politics. I mean, you know, I care enough to have an opinion, but on this particular occasion, everything seems to be just ticking over nicely. Whatever. People are obviously popping in and out of the stream, so hi, you're very welcome to join. Click the link in the description. Come in and share your thoughts. I mean, you know, we've literally just gone live. We're just waiting for a few people who said that they might turn up or might not. I don't know. Well, either way, whatever. I'm here filling dead air, talking absolute bullshit in the meantime. Really, I'm only talking because people might watch this back at a later date. I mean, it's possible. Somebody might watch it, and I don't want them to be just watching fucking, you know, silence. So Yeah, you're welcome to come in, share your opinions, whatever. Should we talk about homeschooling? Anybody got an opinion on homeschooling? I think it's interesting how it's got a really bad rap. You know, the problem is obviously that everybody's got a different education level, and the homeschooling thing is kind of it's a universal term, isn't it? But that doesn't mean that the level of education received is going to be universal. So it's easy to show up homeschooling statistics and say, look, it's clearly bad for the, you know, maybe you might even say the majority. It might be bad for the majority of kids, but the minority might get something out of it that they don't get in school. So, you know, tarring everybody with the same brush, I think that's an interesting one. Homeschooling specifically. I mean, hi, people who are watching. If you want to join in, you're very welcome. Click the link below in the description. Pop in, come and have your say. Again, I'm just talking nonsense at the minute. I'm just filling in the dead air. There's not really been much else going on, to be fair. I'm going on holiday. That's nice. You know, it's not really anything. Actually, it does come into the Brexit thing, I guess, because obviously I'm going to Europe, and I'm going by aeroplane, which is going to be different for me. I haven't been on 9/11, so God knows what to expect. I've no idea. I'm kind of worried, but not in any particular way. You know, I mean, right now, within the next 2 years, I'm sure I'll be fine. But after 2 years, if I decide to go back again, you know, in 3 years, for example, is there going to be more security checks? Will I need to, like, buy permits or whatever? You know, is there going to be added costs? That's my question, just to travel. If not, then I've got no problem. But I've got a horrible sneaking suspicion there might be. There is there's a chat option in YouTube. If you're watching in YouTube, I genuinely don't know how to make that work. So sorry about that. But if you do want to ask a question, but you don't want to come on the Hangout, on the Google Plus page, there's something called questions and answers, and you can type a question in there. I've got a little bar for that. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with the setup. I've seen people have the chat option open in YouTube before. I just can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. What a day. I've been out enjoying the sun today, as you do, you know, on a sunny day. Recorded some videos. If any of you guys are subscribed to this channel, there's going to be some proper mad videos over the next few days. Just weird shit. It's all come off my main channel. I've just like deleted it off my main channel and stuck it on my second channel, which is this one that you're watching right now. So I can screen share. Shall we have a look at some shit? What shall we screen share? Boom. So there we go. That's a Big Bang or Big Bounce. So this is just about what Nephilim 3 was saying, really, just to prove my point a little bit more. He was saying that, like, something about the Big Crunch, which is a really old hypothesis. And he himself admitted that that particular hypothesis got refuted like 30 years ago. And as you can see somewhere on this page, it says the date clearly right there. October 1st, 2008. That wasn't 30 years ago, Neff. Dickhead. I don't have much to say on the subject other than that, other than the fact that the theory exists. Well, the hypothesis exists. Yeah. Like, this is what I was saying. I said I believe in the Big Bounce. And he was like, no, that's the Big Crunch, because he's a fucking knobhead. He wanted to do me. He was doing my head in. So yeah. If you're watching this, Nephilim 3, there it is, look. Fucking Big Bouncing, motherfucker. Try straw man me now, you dickhead. And because of what True Empiricism was saying, I've got this tab open, which is the faith and the facts on abiogenesis. And basically, this guy gives a really interesting talk, which I'm not going to be able to play now because I don't know how to make the sound share, which is annoying, isn't it? I don't even know if you could just see all that shit that I was sharing just then. If not, just in case you couldn't, here you go. This is what I was talking about. Look, 2008 says it right there. Big bounce, big bounce. There you go. Just in case you guys couldn't see that a minute ago. Fuck knows, lads. I don't know or care. Fun though, isn't it? It's fun working out, well, you know, thinking about like where we all came from and how we got this far, etc. I think a common, I mean, obviously I'm not a scientist, so it's got nothing to do with me, but I think a common flaw is that a lot of people seem to think that abiogenesis could only have happened once. And the way I figure it, it must be happening quite often, really. You know, there's planets out there that we know are spewing out like water vapor into the atmosphere, bullshit like that. Like if there's water vapor being spewed out into the atmosphere, then there's a chance of life, isn't there? You know? I mean, I don't know anything, like I say. That's why this thing's called Share Your Thoughts, because it's all just about thinking, just having a laugh. Like I say, not really here for any particular reason. I just can, so I thought, why the fuck not? So it looks like my mate has decided not to bother joining us. I'll just have a quick peek on Twitter, see if there's anything interesting going on the the Twitter sphere. People are tweeting at Sargon. That Amos Yee. Let's chat about this little dickhead, right? Now, Amos Yee seems very nice to the people who are on his side. He's not been nasty to me in any particular way. He's just a proper cock to people who like don't agree with him or whatever. I think he's 16 years old, and okay, he's got a lot of following because he's standing up for free speech and he's facing jail for it and stuff. So he got a hell of a lot of support. He's got like over 8,000 followers, which is insane, really. And these people are all supporting him and his right to free speech. But Jesus Christ, he's a cock with it. He's a real dickhead about it. Oh God, now what's happening? Bart Simpson wants his hair back. I have no idea what that means. Oh, so Godless Glenn liked my video on right. So there's this dude who's called Live Life, and I made a video calling him a hypocrite. And there's this guy called Godless Glenn, and those two don't get on. And some people hate watch Godless Glenn, so obviously that seems to be what's happened here. Is that I'm getting some fallback from this guy's issues. If I go to this particular channel, this is where shit goes on. I go, is it community where I get to see my comments that have popped up? Yeah, this guy's posted this comment, right? Let's see if I can make that any bigger for you. See this shit? What a fucking knobhead, right? Can you see it? I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, that's visible. So he's coming on my channel and he's all like, this is some fussy beta shit. You can't defeat AIU or Live Life's arguments, so you bitch about their banning policies. Get wrecked, losers. What a faggot, right? In that video that he's talking about, I never said a word. I literally didn't say a single word. I wrote one word on the screen. The word that I wrote on the screen was hypocrite, and that was literally all the opinion I had. Hypocrite, which was clearly the point that I was making. It says it on the fucking thumbnail, right? Clearly that says hypocrite in red writing. The title of the video is Live Life is a Hypocrite, and the only word in the video is hypocrite, right? So the point that I was making is that he's a hypocrite. I wasn't bitching about anyone's banning policies. He can have any banning policy he wants as long as he's not hypocritical about it. You can't do something and then complain when other people do the same thing. That's fucking retarded, right? So anyway, he's used the word beta because AIU has made it into a popular term, like cook on the internet. I've never heard it before, but cook is becoming popular in it. Well, yeah, in the same way, AIU fans always call people beta, which is amusing as fuck as well, obviously for many reasons. Wanker. Anyway, so for whatever reason, I can't reply to this shit. It won't let me. Do. Yeah, won't let me post that. So fuck knows why. That guy's a wanker. Let's go have a look. See what he's all about. Oh wow, he's created a playlist. God, this guy's epic. Look at his background. That's brilliant, isn't it? Oh, cool. All his videos. I particularly like 100 oh sorry 01171511013. That was my best video of all time. That was my favorite. I remember searching specifically for that title in the search bar. I've never seen it before in my life. I don't know what all this bullshit is. Just absolute bullshit. 14 views, 49 views. Wow. Wow, I'd cry if I put that much effort into a channel. No views, like literally 0 views. There's another one. I wonder why with titles like 12181411901. The fuck? Who the fuck is this weirdo? There is no thing more unedifying to man, more repugnant to reason, or more contradictory to itself than the thing called Christianity. What about Muslims? Maybe Thomas Paine didn't know about Muslims. Government, in its best state, is but a necessary evil. In its worst, an intolerable one. Intolerable. Oh, fuck off. So this guy likes his Thomas Paine, then, I guess. Who the fuck does he think he is, anyway? What a weirdo. His channel's had 1,600 views. It's got 39 subscribers. He must just delete his good videos. Whenever he gets a video that actually starts getting some views, he must just like delete it. Oh no, look, shit, fucking hell, I didn't see that there. I bet you've been screaming at the screen, ain't you? Like, fucking first video's got 1,400. I'm tempted to have a look. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it. I'm guessing. I'm guessing you're not going to be able to hear it, so I don't know if this is going to be any entertaining at all or what. Oh, Jesus. Can you hear that? Okay. Oh, I like him. At least he's giving it a go. He's having a laugh. He's having a laugh. Fucking mug. Yeah. Props for trying. Exactly. 44 dislikes. I'm gonna click the like on that, just so that Young Asian Eyes knows that I've been to look at his channel. Apart from anything else. So yeah, that's some loser leaving bullshit on one of my channels for no fucking reason, just because he doesn't understand shit. And now I've got this cheeseburger dickhead saying bullshit. He looks like the same guy. Is it me? Is it the same guy? Fuck are you? Look at him. What a fucking cunt. I swear to God. He's following 105 people. He's got 20. He's not quite as popular as the last guy we looked at. I don't know. These people are just normal people, I guess. You know, they just decide they're gonna have an opinion and come and ruin my day. I mean, why? Why do I get involved in this shit? I made a video pointing out that the guy's a hypocrite. If you want to send me a comment saying he's not a hypocrite and here's the reason, fair enough. But, you know, talking bullshit, it's just bullshit. Nobody's interested in that. Hey, this is my favorite picture of America so far. Have you noticed how, like, usual American pictures of America make out like it's an island? Have you noticed that? Like, they don't even show any of this shit at the top, and they don't show any of this shit at the bottom. They just show that as if it's one island. Really weird. So it's nice to see one that actually shows the land borders. Oh, this is really boring, isn't it? Well, we're 25 minutes in, and I've literally got fuck all to talk about. I don't even know why you're here, to be honest. You must be just as bored as me if you started listening to me talk absolute bollocks. Oh, hey! Oh, there's messages and stuff. People can say messages and things. I found them. I found a place where people can talk to me. I really don't know what happened to Darren. He was all like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming," and there was someone else as well called Panda. They said they were going, and a guy called Joe. Joe, I'm interested in talking to because he does nothing but talk absolute fucking shit like the whole time on Google Plus. You just get loads of bollocks off this guy. So, what else? Nothing. Nothing at all. You guys got any questions? No, my question section is empty. I don't know who you people are. um, oh man, I went out to try film for the Chuck Off today. I've ended up putting a video of my fails together just because it was funny. There was a lot of swearing involved. Oh, it was terrible. I was so hot. I was unbelievably hot. I was expecting it to rain today, and my camera's waterproof, so I thought I might be able to get some like quite good pictures, you know, of the full wrist roll in the rain. But sadly, it didn't rain. All the clouds disappeared, and the sun came out, and it was fucking gorgeous. And I was too hot. I didn't have a drink. My wrists were aching. Just why I was pulling off the technical shit and then just dropping it on the really simple shit every time. So yeah, I ended up putting a compilation together of my fails, which will be coming out next week because, like I say, I've got a ton of shit like lined up. Just all the videos off my main channel that really shouldn't be there. For the fun of it, you know how it goes. So I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to re-share my screen for this next step. I'm not sure. Just loading something up in the background. Oh, I say in the background. It's now in the foreground. Yeah, it's not showing on the screen. So bear with me 1 second. We'll just move over from this. Here we are again, lads. Again, if anybody wants to join in, you're very welcome. Click the link. I don't know if that link's not working for anybody. Can somebody? I mean, I know it's not working for at least one person. I shall try reshare the link. You can see me doing it right now. Look at this. This is me actually doing my best. I think I go in here, and then look, I'm going to go down and get rid of that link and paste the new link in, which is much bigger and might actually work. Fuck knows. So yeah, you see me do that now. Refresh your fucking page that you're watching this shit on, and fucking jump in. Hopefully that'll work. Who fucking knows? Nobody knows. Share. I want to share this one. Share. Present to everyone. Okie dokie. So this is what I've been working on past few days. It's obviously nowhere near finished, but there don't seem to be any problems at the present time. So I'll go to scenes. I'll go to the start menu. I will. Nothing. Press this button here and hope that it plays on full screen mode. Alright, it's not playing on full screen. Maximize on play. Let's press that and fucking do this again. Oh, it's there. I see it. I see the tab. Alright, okay, so here we go. Are you with us? Can you see this shit? You can see what's going on? So this is what I've been working on. It's loosely called Lucy's Nightmare at the minute. It's not. That's not a finished title. None of this is finished. It's just a quick little screen to get us started. And then you go into the game and it's still going to be text-based. But again, all this is just kind of temporary. None of these buttons work except for exit game. You can load game as well.
Hello.
Yo. Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me now. Sorted. All right, one sec.
All right, dude. How's it going? And then if you click that button, you jump into the maze. So, chicken it. Cool. Well,
Okay, we're sorted.
I guessing then that first link that I shared was absolutely useless. So I'd better jump
It's
on
finally
Facebook.
just worked for me. I've been trying to get into it for like 20 minutes, but I'm in.
Shit, man. Sometimes the internet's shit, and sometimes it might be my fault. So it's hard to tell. It might have been the wrong link, or it might have just been because
I used the one in the description of the YouTube video, and it's worked now anyway. So
sweet. I'll share that with Darren on Facebook. Then I'm not sure if it's coming or not again because he hadn't actually got back to me. So we'll see. How you been anyway? What you been up to? Anything or nothing?
not much really. I had a scrap today. That's the most interesting thing that's happened recently. Other than that, that's about it.
What was any interest behind that, or
The whole reason into it was I scrapped with my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, so you can see kind of
yeah, that
where,
makes sense.
yeah. But pretty much what had happened was he's been saying to people that he knows where I lives and he was going to beat me up and stuff, and
Oh,
this and just what people do, you know.
yeah, man.
So, well, I bumped into him at the woods anyway, so I headbutted him and we had a scrap.
Fucking ace. Gotta be done sometimes, hasn't it? You gotta
Well, I
stand.
walked up to him and started saying, "Are you gonna knock me out? Are you gonna do what you've been saying you're gonna be doing and stuff?" And he stood there and did nothing, so I ended up headbutting him in the nose and popping his nose.
Fucking hell,
In the end, it's being said that I've lost anyway. He ended up on top of me laying punches, and I said I'm done. So,
really?
but I'll take the defeat gracefully because he looked loads worse than me. So,
Oh, good for you then, man.
sack him out.
Yeah, man. You got it out of the way.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, no more drama.
At least he knows that it's not going to be easy to take you down. You know what I mean? You don't go down without a fight, so he's hopefully going to take that one as a lesson learned, even if he won it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, I've just found some water, and fuck knows how old that water is. Well,
Did
yeah,
you drink
that
it?
sounds interesting. No, that will not be happening. No, there's Legionnaire's disease. I don't go near fucking stale water, man. Stay the fuck up.
You know,
Legionnaire's disease.
I don't think there was anything wrong with it. I always drink stale water.
It's all right after a day or two, but Jesus, after months, you ain't gonna be dealing with that.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Well, fuck knows how long that water's been down there, man. It's been collecting dust. Yeah, fucking. Oh wow. Yeah, that was a bit weird for a minute then. So, can I change the screen that has been shared while it's still being shared? No.
It's this purple box thing at the moment.
Do share this one. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all my fucking code in, man. That's This is the inner workings of my computer game right here. I'm just sort of slowly working on shit, but
Yeah, I've seen
I don't really
you
know what the next stage is.
made some
Go on.
maps and stuff and you posted them on Facebook.
Yeah, I just made some background images for like a loading screen kind of thing. Obviously, I already had the map was already created, but I needed to take some pictures, you know, for like the loading screens. So once I took the pictures, I thought to myself, "Oh, fuck it, you know, I've got them now. I might as well upload them to Facebook."
Yeah.
Stick all my pictures on there.
What you been chatting about anyway? I see it's been going on for a while. Computer
Just
games and
fucking
stuff.
bullshit. Yeah, well, no, I've only just popped into this, to be honest. I had an argument recently with a couple of Christians about how the universe began. Have you got any thoughts on that?
Definitely not the God created the world in 6 days, and rested on the seventh. Don't quite think that happened.
Somehow.
Don't know. I really don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say that.
Have you ever heard of the Big Bounce theory?
The Big
Well,
Bounce.
Big Bounce, yeah.
No, I heard of the Big Bang. That's quite a common one, though.
Yeah, so the Big Bang is the idea that there was a singularity and that expanded, and then there was a period called, I think the period was actually called expansion, so, or inflation it might have been. But anyway, in order to make the numbers work and that, they figured out that there was a rapid state. You know, there was a point when everything was expanding exponentially fast. So eventually, the people that were working on the Big Bang looked at their new model now that they'd added in this rapid expansion phase and realized that there was really no need for the bang in the first place, if you get what I mean. They could take all that out because that was conjecture at that stage, but everything else had maths behind it. So they turned it into expansion theory.
All right.
Okay, next. So obviously the next question is what happens afterwards, you know. So the Big Bounce basically says that the universe is going to expand forever. It's never ever going to stop expanding, and when it gets to a certain like age, everything, you know how things break down. Obviously, materials break down, and then the particles break down, and eventually all that's going to be left is photons, and photons occupy no space. They have no mass. So when there's nothing but photons, then there is literally no difference between an infinite amount of space and a singularity, because there's no information to tell these photons how far away they are from each other. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, man, just like space, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking weird. It's bizarre as fuck maths, obviously, but it kind of makes a certain kind of sense, and I really like it. It seems to be a neat model. So that's what I was trying to tell these guys about. I was trying to sort of explain it to them, and they was absolutely just refuting me left, right, and centre. They was like, "No, no, no, it can't happen like that. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit." You know.
If you want to pick an argument, you can definitely win Aragon for evolution with him. That would have been a fun one.
They started on abiogenesis, but yeah, these guys. I'm not saying that I purposefully took the conversation that way, but you know, they asked me why I believed in evolution, and I explained that with the Big Bounce model, there's really no need for a god. There's no prime mover. There's no information being lost or needing to be created in the first place. Like it really neatly encompasses everything. So, in a roundabout way, I was kind of arguing on behalf of evolution, I guess. It's funny though. It's interesting sometimes.
I'd have just said that evolution makes more sense to me than religion.
Yeah, they kick off. Don't you guys? I don't know if there's any of them about. I did send them all a message telling them that I was having this hangout, just in case I started talking about them, so that at least I'm not talking behind the back.
Well, I think I've got
They're
a
all
couple
very
of my
welcome
friends
to join in.
listening as well. Yeah, posted a
All
link
right.
in a group chat.
Cool, fun times. Do you want to tell them to go fuck themselves?
Josh,
Anything you want to? Say that again. Sorry.
Josh, Casey, go fuck yourselves. All right.
Fun times. No, it's nice, isn't it? It's interesting sometimes being online. Wow.
I've just got a message on Facebook saying cheers, Ben.
Cool. I don't know. It's all fun and games, isn't it? It's a giggle. Fuck knows what happened to
My
Darren.
headbutt's gone famous.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been talked about a lot.
and now you've spoken
Socially
about it on
famous
YouTube.
anyway.
Yeah, socially famous.
Oh, Misfits
Infamous.
know about it. I like doing works with them.
I'm sure that they don't really have anything to say one way or the other. They are, after all, the misfits.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was supposed to be going to a festival to fucking do some fire performing this weekend.
What festival was that?
I have no idea what it was called. It was I was supposed to be going down with some lads that I hang about with, but sadly I have to look after the house, and I couldn't get anybody to look after my dogs for me specifically, so I couldn't go. Bit
Oh,
gutted.
no.
Yeah, and then it rained though, didn't it? So I wasn't too bothered.
Yeah, but it always rains on and off. I'm sure you'd have found a way to perform that, and we can spin fire in the rain. We've seen how much water it takes to put out trucks.
I'm not really bothered about the spinning in the rain as much as the camping in the rain. You know, when you're at a festival, fucking worst thing you want to do is like go to sleep in a boggy field and wake up covered in fucking snails in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not into that idea. So at the last minute, it was kind of a good thing, but I was super gutted that I couldn't get anyone to look after my dogs. Whatever.
I've just
Shit
been told
happened.
you sound about 30.
Sorry?
I've just been told you sound about 30.
What you do or I do?
You do.
Oh yeah,
Your
that
mate
would
sounds about 30. I was like, well, that'd make sense,
yeah,
actually.
that would kind of make sense. Yep, that's about right. That's the first time I've ever been told that I sound 30, though, to be fair. There's another bit of coding that I need to delete. I don't really know where it is. Clear and save data. Blah, blah, blah. On level was loaded. I think that's it. Yeah, begin fade. Don't want that shit. This one as well. Begin fade. Go fuck yourself. Begin fade. I hate when you do some coding and it don't work. I'm not using a GUI, you see. I'm using a fucking UI, and they're different. Nobody told me these things.
Oh, yeah, UIs, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got no idea what you mean.
user interface. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know what GUI is though. To be fair, so that's bullshit.
General user interface.
Oh,
GUI
maybe.
interface.
Yeah,
Don't know, it's something user interface, I imagine.
I agree. I also imagine that. I wonder if I can turn my camera on for a bit. No, my camera's not coming on. I've fucked my camera. That's
My
funny.
camera's on and I don't want it to be on.
That's dead funny.
I'll come over it. Try to find a bit of tape
Oh,
to
I
put
can.
over it, but
Do you know what I can do? I can present your camera to everyone as well, so that you're like always on the screen. And that way, if that tape
yeah,
falls
I'm
off.
gonna- that's why I just like flicked it off.
I don't know. It's all fun and games, isn't it? It's all fun and games. Did you see that the EU's gone? The pound's gone back up compared to the euro.
No.
It's
But
fucking shot back up, mate. It's like stronger than ever.
so the whole thing about the worth of the pound going down is irrelevant now,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? Everybody's been bitching all week about something, and then it's like, oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, when I was trying to tune in, I heard you say something about your parents buying euros at just the wrong time.
Yeah.
And like
Right at the
short
moment when it was bought.
window of like all through history the most stable currency. The short
Yeah.
window where it goes down for a little bit, they buy other currency with it.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, man.
Lowest point in decades. Something.
Oh, what are the chances?
In
That's
it.
funny.
They was well gutted when they found out. Like, I don't know why they're still on Facebook. If I was in Spain or wherever the fuck they are, I would not be on Facebook. But whatever.
No, you'd want to be enjoying yourself, but I guess it depends what kind of person you are. You either want to
Yeah.
enjoy yourself or you want others to know you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they're not posting pictures and stuff. They're just chatting and shit like that. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? Chatting with their mates and stuff. But still, I mean, like when I went away, I was away for months and I kept logging on just so that people knew I was alive. You know what I mean? It was for
Yeah.
other people's benefit. Like while I was away, I wanted to be experiencing, you know, more like the holiday. I didn't want to be on fucking Facebook. Whatever. I don't know. Fucking modern world,
Yeah.
eh?
Heard you saying you was off on holiday soon as well. What's going on?
I'm off to Hungary. Woohoo!
Alright.
Off back to Azora, mate. But this time I'm flying over, so I'm not going away for months this time. I'm just going for the week, and I will not be on Facebook. I won't be anywhere near the fucking thing. Yeah, bullshit, mate. So that's the proper link. I don't know if I shared it. Did I already share it? No, I don't think I did.
Well, people seem to be able to listen on YouTube alright. I don't know if anyone else is wanting to join.
Yeah,
I wonder if Josh will want to join.
if he wants to, the link is in the description. If anybody wants to join, you're very welcome. Come in, say hi, have a laugh. It's fun, isn't it? I really wish one of these fucking Christians had joined, to be honest with you. Or there's this guy I know that thinks the world's flat, but he won't fucking talk to me. Hey, man. It's funny.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh then. You know,
I don't know
probably
why.
shouldn't.
I don't see why not. I'd laugh. I laugh at him all the time. I ask him questions and he just doesn't have an answer. You know what I mean? What's the point in thinking something if you can't answer a simple question about it? Just say I don't know and leave it at that. That's what I do, generally. I want to see if my
Trying to
brother
com-
wants to join.
Trying
What?
to convince trying to convince Josh to join.
Alright, I'm going to see if my bro wants to join. Just fuck it. I doubt he will. I think he's probably putting his kids to bed at this time. It's probably bedtime. I don't know. It's a laugh, innit? The world's full of weird stuff. Did you know? Here's one for you. This is a share your thoughts type topic. Did you know the fucking Queen is in charge of the army?
No.
Neither did I.
Jesus, man.
Right? Apparently,
That's
it's to
crazy.
do with a division of force. It's because in history there have been situations that have proven that if like you give all the power to the government, that it will like ultimately corrupt them. But by giving the power of the military to the Queen, then it's a division of force, so that the government can never like be 100% corrupt, kind of thing. If you get
Yeah,
what I mean.
I don't understand why that would even matter because the Queen has like no. Well, I'd assume she has no like military knowledge at all, and
You would, yeah.
on things that like would affect the country so much, such as what we do with our military.
Hmm.
You know,
I
she's
mean,
got control.
she doesn't strike me as like a military commander or anything. Do you know what
Oh,
I
I
mean?
imagine she has a fair bit of knowledge because you know, Queen of the
She's old.
country and whatnot.
Yeah, she
But
she's got
even
the
so,
experience.
it's not like she's really like.
I mean, no, she's obviously it's a job, isn't it? It's her
Yeah.
life, so uh, obviously she must know what she's doing to some extent. But in it, bizarre. I mean, it sounds bizarre,
What if
doesn't it?
she just like decided she wanted to bomb someone?
Bomb them! I have no idea. I really don't. See, this is the thing because we all know, especially when Tony Blair was in charge, right? And I know I'm going back a fair few years, but I am an old man. But
Was I
everybody knows
alive when
that
Tony Blair was in charge?
I have no idea. Education, education, education was his big thing. It wasn't that long ago, to be fair.
Alright.
But ever since him, I mean, everybody that we've had since then as well, you can say the same thing about, especially David Cameron. They all lick the arsehole of America. Do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
my group chat's going mad with, oh my god, the Queen's in charge of the army.
It's fucking true. I'm gonna see if I can find an article about it just to prove that I'm not talking bullshit. Because I found this out not so long ago, so it's new information to me. But yeah,
That's mad.
anyway, we lick America's arsehole, and I always assumed that it was the prime minister who was sending our armies, you know, to follow America into these conflicts. But apparently, it's been the Queen the whole time.
No, I thought it would have been some sort of military official that had like the training and the military knowledge, and you know, someone that was like designed to do that job in a way, someone that's what they dedicated their life to, and that they'd have to compete with loads of other people that want to do that thing over who could do it the best, you know. But no, it's Queen. Too easy.
Yeah, we all thought we lived in a democracy.
Apparently, the Queen's a dick. That's
All right,
something
so
that's been said in the group chat.
that's super true.
Queen's a dick.
I am going
Apparently,
to.
she also probably has a dick.
Apparently, she's a lizard. That's another one,
Oh, yeah, I heard that theory. That's fucking funny.
isn't it?
But all government's lizards or something.
You are sharing the screen. All right. If I'm
What
sharing
are
the
the,
screen, there we go.
what are the Queen's powers?
All right, so let's have a scroll down. I haven't read this myself yet. I've literally just found it, but let's see if it says anything about it on this page. All right, so there's a bit here that says political powers. So what have we got that's interesting? I'm shit at reading out loud, so I'll let you all do your reading in your own head.
Oh, I've managed to click off the video call and I'm now on YouTube.
Cool.
Oh god.
You still seem to be here, so nothing bad's happened. Appoint or approve ministers. Appoint the prime minister. So declaration of war. The sovereign retains the power to declare war against other nations, though in practice this is done by the prime minister and parliament of the day. So yeah, she seems to like she's got control over the. Oh, here we go. Military forces. The Queen is Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and all members swear an oath of allegiance to the Queen when they join. They are Her Majesty's Armed Forces. There you go, guys. I don't know what's happened to Ben. He's gone very quiet. Like, super quiet. Yeah, apparently the Queen is in charge of all that bullshit. We live in a weird world where, like, this is the thing. Like, are we really the top country? Because I've always just naturally assumed that, like, when you look at foreign countries, there are very few that are even on a par with. Hello, welcome back.
Hello, I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
Well, I found the page anyway. Look, that's the Armed Forces section right there. So,
Commander-in-Chief. The Queen is Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. The Queen powers include... Can't read that, that's way too small.
oh, is it the tiny on your phone? I'll read it out for you then, I guess. All right. So the Queen is a commander-in-chief in charge of the armed forces, and all members swear an oath of allegiance to the Queen when they join. They are Her Majesty's Armed Forces. Commissioning of officers. The Queen's powers include commissioning of officers into the armed forces and also removing commissions when members of armed forces salute and officers they are saluting the Queen's commission. What the fuck does that mean? When members of the armed forces salute and officers they are saluting the Queen's commission. Whatever the fuck that means. And then, what's that say? Disposition of forces. The organisation and disposition of armed forces are part of the royal, fucking weird word, prerogative. Is that how you spell prerogative? There you go. I can't
Maybe.
fucking read. I told you. I think that word's spelled wrong. Whatever. The royal prerogative. The Queen technically
way.
controls how armed forces are used.
Yeah, it says that she has control of how what is it? Dispersed? Deposited?
Yeah.
Deposited? Well, she
Yeah, something
deposits
like
soldiers.
that.
Like they're nothing.
Oh shit! I've accidentally opened a new tab.
You've got quite a
Yeah,
few YouTube tabs on the go, Jesus.
yeah, yeah. I'll go through them just really quickly. So this is a guy called Steve Shives, who's well, that's not Steve Shives. This is Steve Shives' channel, and he's interviewing this guy who's called Martin Hughes, and they're talking about these dudes who are called the Drunken Peasants. So I'm watching this because this is their response to him, and then there's 3 Unity tabs that are all tutorials, and then there's this which is a response to some other YouTuber who was talking bullshit, and then my comments that I was going on about earlier. This fucking twat. Did you see me talking about this twat?
I caught a couple little bits, but I was like going in and out and in and out and in and out, trying to
Oh yeah,
make
trying.
sure you could hear me.
This guy's just a fucking bitch. He's just come on my video
Some
all like,
pussy beta shit.
You can't defeat AIU or live life's arguments, so you bitch about banning policy. I never fucking tried a single time to refute their arguments. I'm sure I could, if I cared, I'm sure I could probably find something to refute, but I don't care. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just bullshit. I can close that tab now. And then that's us.
What's with the giraffe anyway? Yeah, the
I don't
Shea
know.
thoughts giraffe.
I just kind of found it. I liked it. It was just a general image. Oh, dude, my
The
bro.
Shea thoughts giraffe.
Oh, you need a Google account in order to get in. That's gutting.
It was a
Yeah, the Shea Thoughts Giraffe. That's my brother.
yeah. I had to make another one before I came in. It was the same name each time though. Random Ben.
That's weird. You've got to make a new account in order to get in.
Well, I don't think I had to, but I did to get in because it was being proper awkward.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a bit weird. Bit weird. So
Oh well,
yeah.
I mean, there's no worry on me.
Well,
Yeah, I called my my Google Plus account Random Ben because I called my my YouTube account Random Ben.
I'm with you.
I assumed if I was going to upload any videos, that they would be random. So Random Ben.
Yeah. On your YouTube account, did you have a Gmail email address for that account already?
I'll make a new one. I call all my emails like crazy names.
I'm with you. Because the thing is, like, if you made the YouTube account, I mean, I'm obviously if you've lost your password, it don't matter or whatever. But
Yeah, that's my password all the time. That's why
yeah,
I just upload the random ones and they've all got insane names.
yeah, man.
I think the last one was Hitler is my hero.
Nice.
Just because you know, like to annoy people.
Yeah.
I think this one's Madeline McCann. So.
All right. Yeah. Just sparking controversy. Why the fuck not? No, I used
Apparently,
to.
there's loads of Madeline McCann theories, or loads of Madeline McCann theories. I haven't looked at it yet about how her parents were actually in on her kidnapping and stuff like that, and how they
Yeah,
planned something.
that was super. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's more than one, but those theories were coming out day one. Like when it first happened, people were immediately because the parents were
Well, they have
obviously
to
on
be
the news.
considered suspects, don't they?
Yeah, yeah,
Child
definitely.
just goes missing.
100%. But I mean, there are things that didn't add up. Like, why would they leave a child in that situation? And obviously, nobody's seen the layout of the building. Like, there's been no like really clear representations of where they were in comparison to where Madeline was in a room. Do you know what I mean? So it's easy for people to make these theories and stuff, and nobody really knows. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. But with the Hitler thing, man, I used to always argue that Hitler was a good guy, just for the fun of it, just as a
Yeah,
mental
just to be
exercise.
devil's advocate. Yeah.
Yeah, see how far I can push it, and I came up with some quite good arguments. My favourite one was the fact that he never himself ever killed a single Jew, which is
Yes,
true, isn't
that's
it?
one way to put it. Yeah, you could say he affected the lives of.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
You could say a lot of things, but one
Yeah.
thing that's definitely true is he personally never killed a single Jew. So
That is true. Yeah. If anyone can argue that Hitler's a good guy, it's you. Seriously.
thanks, man. I mean, honestly, we used to go in chat rooms, me and my mate, just for the laugh and start an argument with someone, and then he'd bring it up, and I'd just argue for shit about how I was Hitler's biggest fan. But then that was when I was young. That was when I was young, right? And then when I got a bit older, I realized that there were such things as neo-Nazis, and there were people that actually believed that shit. So I stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be fucking associating with those type of people. Funny fuckers. Have you seen all this shit about Donald Trump getting assassinated? Well, he hasn't been assassinated, but an attempted assassination by a British guy.
No way.
Yeah.
No, I heard nothing of it.
He went to one of the rallies and tried to take a gun out of one of the police officers' holsters and shoot him.
Oh, that'd have been pretty sweet if he'd have done it.
You think so? There's a lot of people saying that.
Well, not as in like assassinating him would have been cool. Although I'm not the biggest fan of Donald Trump.
Right.
But the way he'd have done it, if he'd have managed to take a police officer's gun,
Yeah.
Donald Trump,
Yeah,
be
see.
some Splinter Cell shit. That and
Apparently,
imagine how much trouble that police officer would have got in for just standing there and doing his job.
yeah, man. No shit, actually.
Feel bad for the police officer.
Well,
But
he
it
stopped
sounds
him.
like the police officer did his job, so
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
probably
sounds like he did all right. There's the thing that I saw it on, it showed a bunch of clips of like I suppose I call them teenagers, maybe early 20s, like loads of these young kids that looked about university age anyway, getting interviewed, like, what do you think about it? And they was all saying the same thing. There was like, it's a shame it didn't happen. You know what I mean? It's a shame that he got caught and all this bullshit. It's like, what the fuck?
He's not the most liked guy, but Donald Trump's a bit like Marmite, really, isn't he? You either love him or hate him.
I guess so, man. I mean, I used to think that he was an idiot, and then I did a bit because obviously all the information I found out about him was coming through the media. So,
Yeah, so that's obviously going to be.
yeah, it's twisted one way or the other, isn't it?
Everything is, though, isn't it?
Everything is, exactly. So I thought, well, obviously I'm hearing a lot of negativity about Donald Trump. Maybe I should listen to a Donald Trump supporter and see what they've got to say about him. And I swear to God, I fell in love with the guy. Like, I really did. He's so fucking clever. Like, from the beginning, he always said. I mean, obviously, it's common knowledge. Everybody knows that he said this, but he said that if he was ever going to run for prime minister, he'd run as a prime minister for president. Sorry, if he was ever going to run for president, he'd run as a Democrat because they're the stupidest bunch of people, so that it's easy to appeal to them. And he literally said it in the media, and then he ran as a Democrat for the fucking presidency, and nobody batted an eyelid. It's just like, what the fuck? He knows what he's doing, man. He's so like good at getting advertising.
I've heard clips of my father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah.
There was one where he was talking about 9/11, and he didn't call it 9/11. He called it 7/11. He said, "I feel bad for all the victims of 7/11."
Well, in England, we had a 7/7 and a 7/11, or was it 7/12?
Maybe it was talking about that, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was probably talking about the shop.
And
In America, they've got a shop called a 7-Eleven, haven't they? So I'm sure he probably misspoke, but yeah, I think it was 7/12 in England actually.
What was 7/12?
It was exactly the same as 7/7, as far as I can tell. There's really very little information about it. I remember I was
7.
so 7/7 was three subways and a bus got bombed in London in the shape of a cross.
All right.
And the bombs that went off on the subways went off under particular Jewish establishments, if you get what I mean, or very nearby to, like, banks that were predominantly, like, very specifically.
I'm slightly impressed.
Yeah, well, it didn't go 100% to plan. The bus, for example, was an accident. That was supposed to be another tube train, apparently, but he missed it. And this is where the conspiracies come in, because that particular bus should never have been anywhere near where it blew up. And there's all kinds of weird shit about it. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, 7/7 happened. It was basically England's version of 9/11. And it obviously happened the following year in 2002. And I was door knocking. And a few days later, on the 12th of the 7th, a woman, I knocked on her door, and that, obviously, I'm trying to sell her my products, not really bothered one way or the other. And obviously, I didn't have any access to the media because I'm walking around the streets. And this woman who answered the door said, "Oh, it's horrible about them bombings in London, isn't it?" And I thought she meant 7/7. I thought she meant, the bombings from a few days previous, kind of thing. So I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?" And I got home that day and found out that there'd been another set of bombings. But honestly, can't find out very much information about it because it was never very widely reported. Just on that day, it was mentioned. So, yep, there you go. I should be some kind of talk show bullshit host, because I can talk.
You do know a lot of random information.
It's proper random, isn't it? Though that's the problem. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? I couldn't say that the subject of this podcast is X, because I can't talk forever about one subject.
Dan, you never know what you're going to come out with.
Exactly.
You could start a podcast and it could go anywhere.
Just fucking end up talking about absolutely random shit. This one started on abiogenesis and it's gone all the way to 7/7, so fuck knows, man. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty much out though today. To be honest, I'm boiling, and I have been talking shit for a long time. So, do you want to take the floor for 5-10 minutes before I call it, or?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I don't really know what to talk about though. I got absolutely nothing.
Neither do I.
I'll ask for suggestions in the group chat if anyone's listening.
Yeah, man, go for it.
To talk about because
Go for it. Like I say,
shit at this.
this particular chat was started because the other day, Darren came in and he was like, dude, can we have a chat? Do you mind doing a share your thoughts with me? And I was like, no, man, I'll set it up. And I told him all about like when it was going on and everything. You saw it was fucking scheduled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And he sent me back a notification that said that he'd attend and that, and now he's not even online.
Oh,
And I
right.
specifically started it at this time because it was a good time for both of us. It's like early morning for him and evening for
Yeah,
me.
I heard you saying he was in Australia.
Yeah. I think it's like super early morning though, to be fair, but he's a morning bird.
Alright, who have I got to talk? I've been told to talk about. Oh god, I forgot her name. Oh dear. Everyone's got nicknames on Messenger now.
All right.
So this person's called DIY Noose, and I forgot her name. Oh, and I'm quite good friends with her as well. Oh, this is probably bad.
Yeah, it is being live on the internet and saying that it's
Yeah.
fun times.
I've been told to talk about how my bum hair is better condition than the hair on my head.
Is that true?
Possibly. I don't really see my bum hair very often. Don't really
No.
see it at all, to be fair. I'd have to be quite flexible.
You get to stroke it though.
Maisie, that's a name. Someone's posted a name. No, they've said that because like sometimes while I'm climbing, like I'll mostly over people, like quite a lot on overhangs and stuff like that, and just generally like say like when crawling through fences and stuff, I'll just get my ass out so the people follow me after follow my ass just because I think it's dead funny. So yeah, apparently I've got an area as well.
Fair enough.
Just like for one example, the asylum that's not actually an asylum, I've since found out it's an old people's home, but it's still pretty
All right.
cool. The asylum, it's down Wellhome Avenue.
Okay.
Not too far from the college, yeah. Well, a few of us were going in there just because it's dead easy to get in. And yeah, while crawling through one of the fences, because a load of fence panels had been removed so people could go through, I
Right.
literally just like crawled through just with my ass so high in the air, just with so many people behind me. And just since then, I've just been, whenever someone new meets me, everyone goes, "You will see his ass." Just because I think it's so funny, just everyone's reactions to it. I like provoking
Yeah. Why not?
reactions out of people. I've been doing that a lot recently. I'll make absolutely horrendous jokes, like cancer jokes are a favourite. I make lots of cancer jokes just because just people's reactions are hilarious. Like I don't mean to offend people, although that is what happens.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I do. I just find it proper funny, just because of like people's reactions to it. Like people make jokes about 9/11 and AIDS and all sorts every day. I don't understand why cancer's like any different
Yeah.
in a way. It's just because it affects people. But like it got to the point where my friend had said to me, "Oh, I think my mum's got cancer. She's off to see a specialist. She's got a lump in her boob," and I just laughed. And the worst part is because I'd been hanging out with him so long, he laughed too, and we were sat laughing at this news, and it was so bad. So
I,
yeah, that's the
it's,
kind of shit I get up to now.
I suppose that's kind of a good thing though, isn't it? Because you feel so helpless in a situation like that. Like
Yeah.
it is a laugh or cry type thing.
So,
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
in awkwardness when hearing stuff like that. Anyway, that might have been part of what it is, but I just
Exactly.
uncontrollably laughed.
Yeah. I can relate to that, man. I mean, it is kind of a laugh or cry type thing, really, isn't it?
But it affects everyone. That's why I say it. A lot of things. Someone will say something, and they'll say, "Oh, what doesn't kill you makes us stronger." And
Yeah.
just even if I hear that, just like walking past, I'll go, "Yeah, say that to a cancer patient," or something like that. Or
Or leukemia.
yeah, or someone the other day said, "Oh, if you want to live your life happy, be a Chinese midget. Have you ever seen a sad Chinese midget?" And I just said, "I've never seen a sad cancer patient. Do you think I'd be happy if I had cancer or something like that?" You know, I just say it, and just people's reactions, they're just always so shocked.
Just don't see it coming.
Yeah,
That's what you're going for, really, isn't it? It's the shock
it's
effect.
like that shock factor that I think's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Same.
Like, because 9/11 jokes and like Madeleine McCann jokes are quite a common thing with people my age group. So
Yeah.
just throw that one in there just to be like, oh my god, you know.
So there's always that one person who's like, I know so and so who's got cancer or who died of cancer or whatever.
Yeah, everyone's affected by it somewhere or another.
In it, exactly. And just suddenly it's like, dude, I'm just trying to have a light-hearted joke. Why do you have to bring me down? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can see it from their perspective. Like, obviously they don't find it funny, but they don't have to get all fucking self-righteous about it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
If either people will laugh and people just kind of go with it, or people will be like, "That's not cool," and they'll get over it. But if anyone just like someone said to me the other day, didn't even know him, just like just made it
yeah,
past this kid, and I can't remember. He said something that just sounded so stupid, so I repeated it as I walked past him, and he said, "Shut up, you laugh at cancer." I was like, "What? Oh, okay." Yeah,
you got a reputation for it.
yeah, apparently so. But at the moment, my reputation's for headbutting someone. So. I'm a kid that can solve a Rubik's Cube really quick at school. That's one of them. And my kendamas finally came, so I'm getting pretty good at playing with that.
Oh,
I got
sick, yeah, man.
smashed repeatedly. I need to restring it before tomorrow
Yeah, man.
at school.
Sounds like fun. It's a bit of a giggle, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Kendama's
Nice.
one of them things though, where if you buy one, a lot of the time, if you're in a place where people know you, other people are going to spend more time playing with it than you are. Because like literally the second it's on show or the second you put it down, it's can I have a go? Can I have a go? Can I have a go? Just because it's one of them simple things that looks easy, ball in a cup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody thinks, oh, Dunning-Kruger in it, until they actually try it, they think, oh, yeah, that looks simple. I don't know why they're struggling so much.
yeah, man. It's one of them things. I
But,
picked it up super quick though, like literally. I hadn't even had it for 24 hours and I was getting tricks labeled advanced on YouTube and stuff.
you're like that, though. Like, when I first introduced you to the nunchucks, you had absolutely no interest in learning the
Yeah,
basics. You just thought to yourself, oh, I'll pick the basics up as I go. Show me something interesting, won't you? Do you know what I mean? Like, the first thing I was showing you was like the full wrist roll and shit, wasn't it? Which, do you know what I
yeah.
mean? I know it's not like super advanced or anything, but if I'd shown you something super advanced, you'd have taken it. You know,
Yeah.
in fact, one of the first people that you was watching was Ken Hill, wasn't it? And he's like the most advanced nunchuck artist I've seen in my life, to be honest. The
Oh no,
fucker
there's that
does.
French guy that juggles them that I've seen. That's insane.
Oh
But he
yeah,
doesn't like juggle them. He throws a horizontal aerial super high, then spins doubles underneath it for a couple seconds, then
cool.
throws another horizontal really high, catching the other one, then
Yeah,
juggles that way, and it's insane. Because obviously, like he'll do like a leg wrap and a neck wrap in the 2 seconds it's in the air, then it'll come back
yeah.
down, and obviously he'll get spins, and it just looks so cool. And there's ones where he's
That's
doing
the thing. That
fire, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
the horizontal. Have you done a horizontal throw? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the amount of fucking power you can get in them throws is so much better than the verticals in it. Do you know what I mean? Your arm's just in a perfect position to hurl it into the air. So I fucking I can see why he's able to do that. I've got no control over me. Whenever I throw it,
Speed chucks that when he's doing it, the ones with like dead short links and the ones that you do finger
yeah,
rolls, not wrist rolls.
yeah. Tiny little wooden things, dead lightweight. Just whip it.
They look super fun.
So say that again. Sorry.
I get some though. They do look super fun.
Yeah, people make them look fun, but I don't know. I quite enjoy my chilled out long chucks, doing it nice and slow.
I like slow and flowy, but
Yeah,
I'd love to give speed chucks a go just because like they just look like the bounce and just look so technical and advanced when I really don't think they are. Because
that
when you
is,
look at the actual patterns they're doing, they're super basic, but they're
yeah,
just doing them super quick because they're so light.
yeah.
If you actually did get some advanced ones in there, you really could make them look sweet.
You definitely could. Yeah, you've definitely got the wrist and hand motions to be able to like train yourself to do that pretty quick, ain't you?
Yeah, I reckon so.
I don't know if I could, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm so like set in my chilled out chucking ways, if you get what I mean. Like it'd be starting all over again for me.
Like, like the casual kind of style. I remember when we was filming, and we never really got a proper film done for the the Chuckraft year. And so all my clips, like I wasn't even like performing, I was just literally just playing with chucks, and he was like,
Yeah.
casual as fuck, I love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we did quite a good video that year, to be fair.
Yeah. We
I don't know.
should get some collective filming done for this upcoming one.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Like,
Oh, shame.
I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about maybe doing just a singles routine, just like try get 2 minutes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Get
reckon
quick
I could
singles
easily
and then.
get 2 minutes of good spin. But it's just
Yeah, I reckon.
yeah, well I can now anyway. I've got so many moves. It's just remember them all that I need to
That's
struggle
it,
with.
man.
I'd have to put it together over a couple of weeks if I wanted to get a good one. It's just like, say if I was trying to put together a routine in one night, I would not remember all the moves.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. It's I'm like all I did today was I went out, I was playing with them for a bit until I got a few, like a bit of a routine coming together, and then I just kind of stuck to that and tried to do like the same move over and over again, kind of thing. But fuck me, it was so hot. It was just ridiculously hot. Well, I've put together a video of my fails, and on my main channel I've put the 2 very short freestyle. I'll link it somewhere. I'll link it on Facebook. Have I already linked it on Facebook? I think I already linked it on Facebook.
I don't know, I've seen him in my sub feed anyway. I'll watch him
Yeah.
afterwards probably.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was 2 really, really short routines, the proper shit. Do you know what I mean? But in between filming them 2, I had so many drops that I've just put together a little fails routine. But
I've had some proper funny fails that some of them I just wish I had on film. The gnarliest one was probably the ladder slam. Did I tell you about that?
Mm-mm. No, you
Did
never.
I not tell you about it?
No.
I've got at the Misfits. They've got a walking ladder, which is pretty much a ladder but wider.
Yeah.
And if you just YouTube walking ladder circus act, you'll see what I mean. It's pretty much it's a ladder, like stilts. You can kind of like wobble it around to balance on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can climb to the top of the ladders and still be like pegging them around to you at the top of the ladders. And then you can get one leg over the top rung, which is like a load higher than the other rungs, and sort of wedge your knees into it, and then stand on the top of this ladder hands free, so you can then like juggle or poi or nunchuk or whatever you want to do on there, and it'd be super cool. But I was practicing this this ladder thing, which no one else in the Misfits has managed to crack. So I was like, but I was in that kind of determined phase, and I really want to grab something.
Yeah.
So I was picking it up pretty quick. But I'd got to the top and I'd got my foot over. It was the first time I got my foot over.
Right.
And pretty much I had a crash mat in front of me. But I didn't put a crash mat behind me because I was thinking if I'm going backwards, I can just jump backwards off the ladder and land on my feet. If I'm going forwards, I don't want to put my feet through the rungs because I'll like snap my leg or something. I'll just bail onto the crash mat. But I put my leg over, and then the ladder started going backwards. And because I put my leg over, I couldn't just jump backwards because my damn leg was there. So yeah, I pretty much just slowly slammed off this 9-foot ladder. But yeah, stuff like that I wish I had on film. Probably got some proper funny poi nut shots. I noticed a kind of weave you can do. It's proper weird where if you spin one poi one way, one poi the other.
Yeah.
You can then bring one hand over, leaving the other there, and go into butterfly.
Right.
Then if you go back the other way, you can then do upwards butterfly on the other side.
That's right. Yeah.
Try like smooth with one beat in between.
Right.
And they just hit each other, and both of them just perfectly nutshotted me so hard.
Yeah, I've done that.
They do. Like if you're doing a butterfly in front of you as well, they hit each other and just perfectly nutshot you so well.
Yeah,
I was at Brocklesby Fair with the Misfits, and when people picked up the poi, and obviously the butterfly is the first move they ever get taught.
Yeah.
And obviously, like the lads my age, the first thing they want to do is just do it dead hard and fast. And every single one of them just did it dead hard and fast. They hit together, then nutshotted themselves. The poi instructors, every single one of them goes, "Don't do it dead hard and fast, or you'll nutshot yourself." And still, every single one nutshots himself, and it's so hilarious.
That is funny as fuck, man. That is funny as hell. I mean, obviously, I remember I've got a video on the internet. I've done really well at managing to capture most of my decent fails, but there's one particular video that's when I hit myself in the nose with the poi Fucking hell. Just, it didn't hurt or anything, but it was just like an upward weave and it just wrapped funny and shot me right in the nose. Fucking right shock. It's a laugh though, innit? You know, no pain, no gain and all that.
So I think I'm getting some contact pie Friday, so that should be fun.
Oh man, they are sick. I'm well into that shit.
It's you can do like contact rolls and stuff with them. Like you see where it gets technical.
Oh, dude.
If you go into pie chats on Facebook, it gets super technical and it looks super cool.
I bet, man. Yeah, I seen one guy like a few years ago when I was first looking into stuff like this, doing contact poi, and he was just like, you know, rolling them down his arm. It'd roll from his shoulder down to his hand, and then the string would perfectly land in his hand. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's fucking sick. I'm into that.
I'm expecting a few new toys Friday. Actually, it's birthday Friday, so.
Is it actually your birthday?
Yeah, birthday Friday.
Oh no shit. Last time it was your birthday, it was someone else's birthday on the same day. I think it's my niece's birthday on the same day as your birthday.
Well, at least I remind you about that.
Yeah.
Time I remember when your birthday is when we're walking past, you know, that first climb we did across the river.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, there was some graffiti dead high up on the wall, and you was like, can't remember if you were saying, is that a 9 or something else? Or is that a 5 or a 3? I think it might have been. And I said it was a 5 or a 3, and you went, no way. That date spray painted on the wall is exactly my birthday.
Really?
Do you remember that?
I don't remember it.
We was up on it, and you pointed to it. It was purple graffiti.
All right.
Of it.
Yeah, man. Please do, because obviously my memory is shit.
But yeah, your birthday was perfectly spray painted on the wall, and every time we go past, like literally the year and everything accurate. I remember you saying and being quite freaked out.
Yeah.
And at that point, you'd have had loads of adrenaline going through you because that was an insane climb. I wouldn't dare do that one now.
Really?
Seriously.
Will we do it?
With
It's fun.
buildings and stuff, like some floors in the colleges. You know that top corridor. I
Oh yeah.
dream of walking through that now. Not with a harness, seriously, man.
We were fucking nuts.
Yeah. After I'd fallen through a couple times.
Yeah.
That was it, man. I'm terrified of them. If I've got solid holds, I'm even more insane now than I was. Seriously.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, because you're confident in your abilities. So if you know that you held on, you trust yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Like seriously, like I did a scaffold climb last night.
Yeah.
Across from this asylum, it was another abandoned building that's being cleared out by builders, but it had 4 stories of scaffold, and there was no ladders in it because I'm assuming they pack all the ladders away.
Yeah.
So I climbed from the ground floor of the scaffold with my friend Connor to the top, and then when I stood at the top and looked down the scaffold, I was like, shit. But all the way up climbing the scaffold, I was just looking at it because it's a proper basic climbing at scaffold, and I was just
Yeah.
I can do this off the floor. If this was above the floor, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty insane climb just because of how sketchy the scaffold was. All the planks, like if you stood on the end of it, like the plank could like swing up, you know, like seesaw style. They weren't strapped in or anything. It was scaffold's proper sketchy when you're actually climbing, man. Like I was climbing some scaffold, you know, Matthew Humberson School.
Yeah.
I tried to get into there. I ended up setting the alarms off and getting chased out by security with Connor. That was
Cool.
pretty funny. That was a moment I wish I had a camera for. Because when security actually turned up, I was in the courtyard in the middle.
Yeah.
And there's no way out or in from the courtyard. But what security had done is they'd obviously pulled up at the front in a couple of cars and they'd walked in. There's quite a lot of them. I'm assuming that's because they thought there would be a burglary or something.
Right.
And they'd all gone in. And they all was literally like surrounding us in this courtyard. And they'd all knocked on the windows and seen us, and we was like, shit. So yeah, we climbed out pretty quick. But that was a proper funny moment. Like, I shit myself because obviously I thought I was alone, and there's a proper loud knock on the window, and I was like, fuck. Just see like the high jackets.
Fucking hell, man! I bet that was pretty deafy.
Yeah.
Did you get that on tape?
No, my camera broke not long ago, didn't it? The head strap don't fit to it anymore. I then made
Oh
a
no
shitty
way!
mouth. Yeah, that broke ages ago, man. I was doing play with it and dropped it, and it's not.
Oh, good.
That was just before I broke my arm. That was literally 2 days before I broke my arm.
No way, really?
Yeah, I remember that because if it was still good, I'd have got my 2-story fall through floors on film. And just after it happened, I shouted, "I'm alive" to Connor. And I then remember saying, why the fuck is my camera broke? This is insane.
Yeah, no shit.
With my arm in 2 pieces because I broken both the bones in it. Just
Fuck.
covered in all sorts of bird shit and concrete and stuff. They're absolutely battered off this floor. Just like, why the fuck is my camera broke?
Fucking hell, man. You fucking nutter.
But yeah, after that, I'm just like deathly terrified of floors. Just because that floor, it was like, it had tiles over it. It was like a kitchen floor.
Yeah.
The one that I was looking down through from the roof. And I thought, yeah, that floor looks secure. And I was happy jumping to it. But I kind of like slipped in there kind of awkwardly. I landed on my feet, but my feet went through, and then there was a beam like under where my knees would have been when I fell. So it caused me to like backflip through the floor.
Fuck.
Insane. What's proper
Yeah.
annoying is my friends were able to climb down fine because the beams, all the beams underneath it were good, but they were so close together. And because I'm so insanely skinny and so like
You fit through them.
perfectly backflip through them, man. And it's so annoying because if all my friends jump down there fine, like not even like just the kind of insane way that we do it, and just no. I say all my friends, it was only 2 of us. The only 2
Yeah.
of us. Yeah, man, they had no troubles. They
Still
found
though.
stairs and walked down the stairs. Like came down to just see me like covered in concrete and stuff, and just the tiniest gap between the beams in the world, man. You wouldn't if you saw it. You'd be like, no way you fit through. Yeah, man, perfectly backflip through. Didn't even feel the beams.
Fucking hell.
So
Well, to be fair, you'd have been so much in shock that you wouldn't have felt the beams. To be fair, even if you know what I mean, even if you hit them,
probably
because yeah, because there was too much going through you, man.
yeah,
Go on.
just so much like sensory overload.
Yeah, man, no shit. Sadly, I'm gonna have to call it there, man, because my brother's invited me round and that. But if this hangout gets like 5 likes before I get home, I'm up for doing another one at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So if you're still up, you're very welcome to join me.
Probs not, man, because I'm pretty battered from the scrap earlier, and I've got.
Oh yeah, shit, no.
If I am though, then yeah, I'll be up for
Yeah.
it. I'll get all my friends to like this, so up for it.
All right, fair enough then, man. Well, it's nice to see you again, and I'll definitely be doing another one in a few days or
Yeah,
something anyway. So
start thinking of some stuff to rant about. Well,
yeah, man.
I'll rebrief myself on the education thing that always gets me nice and annoyed. So
Yeah.
I could rant about that at some point.
All right, sick, man. Definitely. Nice to see you again.
Catch you soon. Catch you in a bit.
Catch you in a bit. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.